as we know, people been saying Jay-Z is next for a long time, and the homie Dame Dash got something to say about that. Let's get to it. What's happening, people? It's the homie Smitster 400 coming at you straight off the Ave, and this is Smitster Reacts. One time salute to all the subscribers wherever you at, all around the world, new and old. And if you made it to this video, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, man. New content daily. As usual, look, salute Mr. Dubbins, salute Zenfi369, straight off the Ave fam. You know what it is. Now check it out. Like I said, Dame Dash is on Cam Capone News. You feel me? And he's reacting to people saying that Jay-Z is next and the allegations about Diddy. So without further ado, shout out Cam Capone News. I'm gonna let this joint run and do what I do. If you don't want to see what I do, you know what it is. Hit the link in description and tap in that way. But yeah, let's get to it.
Some of the other big headlines. Diddy. Diddy is in a world of trouble, man. He's been arrested. He had the whole lawsuit with Cassie that looked really bad. She accused him of a lot of horrible things, and including rape. And we seen the video of Diddy beating her up in the hotel. I know you know what I'm saying. You knew Diddy. You guys have known each other for a long time, and been around each other. What's your thoughts on that? What was it like when you first started hearing all this news?
It was I like everybody else. I couldn't believe that it was that extreme. So I've always known him to be turned up, but I didn't know he was that turned up. So, it wasn't a good look. It made me reevaluate. The things that he's been accused of has made me reevaluate every single second I've been in the business. Because the things he's being accused of is like, people putting stuff in people's drinks and, putting shit in baby oil, and motherfuckers is catching pneumonia. And it just makes me think about every time someone tried to make me take a drink when I didn't want to, who hangs out with who. And, it just makes me say I don't want any parts of that business in general because it's just too many gray areas.
That was interesting, bro, to point out who hangs out with who. Who hangs out with who. Now, look, let's continue. I see how this is getting lined up. This is probably where Jay-Z come in. Let's tap in.
Either you have to tolerate or you have to be a part of or tolerant. And I don't have any tolerance, zero tolerance for weirdo shit. And no disrespect to anybody gay, because that was what was shocking to me. I was like, damn, I didn't know everybody was that loose. Pause. But I'm heterosexual. I love women a lot.
Are you surprised about all the other names that they're trying to associate with this, with Diddy? Like there's a lot of people he came up with that they're trying to involve with this also.
Well, I could just say, anybody to me, from the outside looking in objectively, if I see a person that's with someone consistently all the time, sleeping over their crib, I would think that they would be privy to the things that were going on. So if those things were actually happening and they were privy to them, if you was in pictures with that person a lot and you were with them a lot, I think it's natural for someone.
Come on, it's like they alluding to it, but they not saying it. You feel me? They alluding to it, but they not saying it, because we all know the homie's in mad pictures with the homie. Let's continue.
To have you guilty by association until further notice. So unless somebody's gonna debunk, I was only there because of this or that. I know when I was at, I never went to a Diddy party. I never knew him as Diddy. I was at Puff's party 20 years ago with Aaliyah, and Jennifer Lopez was there, and Natani. And I left. That was the Puff party. But, for the shit they saying, I wasn't privy to that. And had I been, I probably would have told everybody. I'd have them niggas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have blew my mind. So that's not a secret I would have been able to keep. But
look, I believe him too. I believe him. You see how Ye is. Ye out here saying all type of wild ish. They call that man crazy. But
those that can keep those secrets, it makes you a bit questionable, and I think that's just normal. You can't be mad at somebody for being normal.
Is there something that happened that made you stop partying with Diddy, or you just never really
I never
hung
was
out with
partying
him like
with Diddy. Roc-A-Fella and Bad Boy were two distinctly different movements. So they were more R&B. We looked at them paws as like barefoot niggas and shit. So we had no parts of that. We were like dudes. So when we were on the Puff's tour, you know, we wore bulletproof vests. You know, we teased people for wearing shiny suits. It was just it was like the difference between Stax Records and Motown, and us being more Stax Records. So we just our worlds didn't really collide, and I'm not gonna say like I look down at them. It's just I'm not that guy. I wasn't like a S Curl so much, you know, dancing and singing. We were rapping and shit. We was hustling. So it was just a different vibe. But yeah, when he threw parties, people would show up. But I think after I didn't have to go outside anymore, after I felt that everyone that was outside was just paws hummer stunting, and that it was better to just handle business a different way, I stopped going out altogether unless the events were for me. And that's why I opened up art galleries around the world and started focus on aggregating creative people and documenting them. And the receipts are all on my network, America New.
How do you feel about everybody trying to put Jay-Z in this mix with Diddy? I've just seen so many videos and
there we go, Cam. I was waiting for the direct question. How do we feel about the Jay-Z implications? Let's get to it.
it just seems like so many people are trying their hardest to associate Jay-Z with this Diddy situation. But I don't really see any evidence of it myself.
I don't care about Jay-Z.
Okay.
I
Early.
show reasonable doubt, so I get no fucks given. That's that man. Whatever's going on with him is on him. I just can't spend so much time worried about another man and what they doing and how they feel and how people perceive them. You know, I got my own shit to be worried about. I got to get this money. I'm independent. You know, that whole situation, those people are in my rear view. Pause. So I don't care.
Okay.
On a human level, if the shit is true, you know, I'm curious to know how true it is. But, you know, based on my experiences and the fact that I wanted to get away, I personally made the decision to get away from that camp. So, you know, that was my personal experiences. I didn't want to be over there. Things weren't, you know what I mean? Like morally, we weren't, it's just not the same fabric. So that's why I went and did my thing. I'm not as tolerant as certain things.
What were you like in high school?
A terror. You know, I had a car when I was 16, a Maxima. You know, I was smarter than my teachers. I got kicked out of school, went to boarding school. Like, I put myself in boarding school when I was 16 because my homeboys were starting to kill too much. And I was like, it's eventually I'm going to have to do it. So I'm out of here. So I got my own scholarship and went to South Kent for a year. Like, I was pulling up. I got kicked out of school, one of my schools, because, you know, I used to park in my principal's parking spot because I felt like, yo, why does she get to have a parking spot and I don't? We the taxpayers, even though I wasn't paying no taxes, and according to everyone, I still don't. But, you know, I got kicked out of school for being this funny guy. You know, just having this hindsight that you're not going to tell me that I'm not better than you. You're not going to tell me you're better than me. And you're not going to tell me to listen to you if you don't have the life that I want.
At this point, were you already thinking about music at all? Like did you ever try to rap or anything, or what was the music like at that time?
After paid in full, I didn't want to hustle no more. And I say after paid in full, meaning that situation that happened. So once I saw a little, you know, younger dude get kidnapped and someone's best friend killed him, I thought they were untouchable. I said, I quit. And, you know, my cousin was you know, his stepfather was in the game, and he was telling me I should pivot that way, and I decided to do that. But it was more a hustle. I wasn't like the music guy, nothing at that time. you know, always knew how to dance and shit, but I just didn't want to hustle no more. I just wanted to do something that didn't feel like work, but it ended up being a lot more work than I thought.
Shout out to Dame Dash, man. Clearly he don't give two F's about no Jay-Z. I don't know, man. You kind of had to expect that type of response because the man clearly don't rock with the man. You feel me? So whether he did it, does he care? He kind of want to know, because if it is, like, you sick son of. But on the flip side, you know, he don't care. You feel me? And notice how he said he moved away from them. He didn't want to, like, people like to clown him and say, oh, Dame fell off, or Dame ain't this, Dame ain't that. There's a lot of blackballing going on, and the fact that he moved away, you feel me? A lot of people love Dame. He walked away. That was some real ish right there. You feel me? I can relate. Some ish is just not really worth it. Some ish that you ain't really trying to be around, or you ain't trying to partake in order to do business with such and such. You ain't, you know what I mean? You're going to take the indie route. Shout out to him. We, you know what I mean? We got that in common. But yeah, man, the whole situation with them trying to implicate Jay-Z, bro, I'm like, yo, just wait till the facts come out at the end of the day, because it's just way too much. Wait, you know what I'm saying? They're just throwing names out there, you know, and I covered it in the previous video, if you check that out, about Jay-Z responding. But yeah, man, it's just like, you know, what do you expect Dame to say? But it was interesting to get his take at the end of the day. Made it to this point in the video, go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. Shout out to all the subscribers, new and old. We appreciate y'all over here, man. You know, and yeah, man, tap in. The merch link is down there in the description. The Cash App down there. Well, excuse me, the Cash App ain't down there no more. The Cash App is straight off the Ave. It's in the description. And yeah, man, it's the homie Smitster 400. This has been Smitster Reacts. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good one wherever you at, all around the world. Peace and love. Owie.